I wanted to introduce you to kicking off the front leg. We're using the same kicks that we use from white belt. In fact, you should be able to do all 10 kicks off your front leg. Play around with it. You're going to notice some kicks off the front leg aren't very comfortable. You can do it, but there's really 5 main kicks that we're going to be using off our front leg, which are really effective, and it's all the bent leg kicks. So before we get into all that, first thing is I'll need to show you how to do this L stance. It's our new stance of this belt. So first of all, you're going to see in my L stance is the way I'm presenting my feet. I've got one foot pointing to the side, and my other foot's going to point straight forward. You notice how my heels line up so that my feet literally make an L shape. So it's showing you from the side, my weight is mostly on my back leg. It's about 70% of my weight back here, which leaves about 30% on the front leg. I want to make sure I'm not standing up too tall because you'll see that made my knee really straight. And if somebody kicks me in that straight knee, I'm going to be in trouble. So when I have my weight back, I want to sink enough in this leg to where this knee actually bends. And that's going to make this front leg really light for striking off of. The first kick I want to talk about for front leg kicks is going to be snap kick. When we learn this at white belt, we learn this from a walking stance. We're doing our kick off our back leg. That walking stance left my back hip available to throw that kick straight out. This time though, we're going to be from our L stance. Again, most of my weight's on my back leg, so it's going to make it really easy to throw this kick out. Snap kick's probably one of our fastest and more powerful kicks. So from my guard stance, you're just going to see I'm going to get to my knee position and then do the action. My knee position for this snap kick is knee straight up. That action is to go out and back and then set my knee down. So if I turn sideways, one thing I want you to notice is I'm not sitting back to my leg and throwing my kick. That's a really big movement, and I see this a lot. If I'm in a good L stance, my body shouldn't move when I throw that kick. There should be minimal movement. Somebody's coming in to attack me, that's pretty hidden. If I do a lot of movement, it's like telling them that it's a tell that I'm going to be doing something. So let's do 5 of these off the first leg. So get in your L stance. Remember, we're going to key up on the last technique. You can also key up on the first technique if you want. Ready? 1, hit. 2, shh. Make sure you breathe. 3, shh. 4, shh. Last one, key up. 5, yeah. Now we're going to switch. Again, make sure your weight's still on your back leg, but also that your front knee is bent. 5 snap kicks. Ready? 1, yeah. 2, shh. 3, shh. 4, shh. Last one, key up. 5, yeah. Return to your chumi. Our next kick is back kick. Shares the same knee position as our snap kick, but now the action is we're sending the kick behind us. So the first way I'm going to show you how to do this is from our L stance, and my target's actually in front of me. Using this front leg, I'm going to have to turn my back to my opponent, which is very dangerous, so I always look over my shoulder while I do this. The way I did that was lifting the heel of my front foot and turning my hip. That gets my back presented. Next thing is I'm going to chamber my knee to the back. Then I'm going to send the kick behind me and then reset my foot. When I do that kick, I want the toes pointing straight down. I'll do that from the side so you can see it. So from my guard stance, my L stance, I'm lifting my heel, lifting my knee, doing the kick, and then returning to my L stance. Let's do 5 of those. Remember, you can key up on the first technique, breathe in all the other techniques, definitely key up on number 5. Ready? 1, hit, and return. 2, shh. 3, shh. 4, shh. One more key up. 5, hit. Back to guard stance, and we switch. So now I'll just show you this alternative way. Rather than taking my front leg and kicking to the front, I'm taking my front leg, kicking to the back. So from here, I'm just going to lift my front knee like I'm doing a snap kick, look over that shoulder, send the back kick out and back. Let's try 5 of those. Ready? 1, hit, and back. 2, 3, 4, one more key up. 5, hit, and return to shooting. Also sharing a similar knee position or a snap kick, but the same action as our roundhouse kick. So the difference, in my guard stance, my weight's still on my back leg, my front knee's still bent. I can lift my knee like I'm doing a snap kick, but then I'm gonna have to turn the hip, put the foot out and back before I set my foot down. Now I could merge all that together, and while I lift my knee, I turn it and then send the kick out much faster. But that's the concept of this roundhouse kick. If I do this to the side, main thing I want you to see is I'm not doing this forward and back motion as I throw the kick. It's a tell, again, it's going to tell my opponent that I'm getting ready to do something. But if I'm in a good L stance already, most of my weight's on this back leg. I should just be able to lift up this front leg, flick it out, set it down again. Let's do 5 of those. Ready? 1, hit, 2, 3, 4, 5, hit, and switch. 5 more. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, one more key up. 5, hit, and then return to Chumi. Our next kick is the side kick. So starting from the L stance, weights on the back leg, front knee's bent, I'm now gonna lift my knee to the side. You notice how that's showing my hip to my target. Then from there, I'm pushing that foot straight out and back, and then returning to that guard stance. From the side, when I do this side kick, I want the toes pointing straight sideways. I lift my knee, kick goes out and back, and then return it. Should be straight line. Let's do 5 of those. Ready? 1, hit, 2, 3, 4, one more key up, 5, hit, switch. Remember, stay low on that switch. Other foot. Ready? 1, hit, 2, 3, 4, one more key up, 5, hit, return to Chumi. Our next kick is hook kick. Shares the same knee position as our side kick, just the action is different. From the front, I'm in my guard stance, weights on my back leg, front knee's bent. Lift my knee to the side. I'm pressing my foot out next to my target and then hooking my foot. You notice I'm pulling the toes back to expose the back of the heel. That's the hardest part of the foot that I'll use for this strike. So you can see this from the side. I lift my knee, I hook, return to your position. 5 of those. Ready? 1, hit, 2, 3, 4, last one, key up, 5, hit, and then switch. Remember, stay low on that switch. Ready? 1, hit, 2, 3, 4, 5, hit, then return to Chumi. Our front leg kicks are mainly used for speed. Don't expect them to have as much power as your back leg. When you're doing combos, you want to be able to incorporate your front foot with your back foot. We want to be able to incorporate all 10 kicks. So I suggest play around with all your different kicks, front leg, back legs. Find out what kicks work best for you in combination. I'm going to give you a couple tools here that you can use to set a lot of that up. So my first combo I'm going to be doing is a snap kick to a roundhouse kick. So I'll be using my front leg and then kicking with my back leg. From my guard stance, I just lift my front knee, throw the snap kick. When I set the foot down, I now lift my back leg, throw the roundhouse kick. From the side, it looks like this. Yep. And then I return to my guard stance. Make sure you keep your back straight, have good balance when you're doing your combos. Let's try 5 of these. Ready? 1. Yep. 2. Yep. 3. Yep. 4. Yep. One more. 5. Yep. Return to your guard stance and switch. Now, alternatively, I can throw that same kick using my same foot, that same combo. We call this a double pump. So I could do this in 2 ways. Lift my front knee, snap kick, set it back down, lift my front knee, roundhouse kick. If my balance is good, hit! I can do both kicks before setting my foot down. That's what I would want to challenge you to do. Let's do 5 of these. Ready? 1. Hit! 2. Remember, you can set your foot down before you turn your hip. 3. 4. Last one. 5. Yeah! Return to your chimbi. Our next kick is going to be hook kick into roundhouse kick. We're using 2 separate kicks going the same direction. So our first kick being the hook kick is going to be speed, but that direction is also going to add power to my roundhouse kick. From the front, it looks like this. I lift my knee to the side to chamber, and then I execute my hook kick. When that sets down, I now lift my back leg, execute my roundhouse kick. From the side, it'll look like this. Hook kick, roundhouse. Yep! Let's do 5 of those. Ready? 1. Yep! 2. Yep! 3. Yep! 4. Yep! One more. 5. Yep! Switch. I've been breathing on my first kick, key-upping on my second kick. This time we can do it a little different. I'm going to double pump using my front leg. It'll look like this. Front leg's going to hook kick. I can set my foot down, roundhouse kick. If my balance is good, I keep my foot up when I do both kicks. 1, 2, yep. Let's do 5 of these. Ready? 1, yep. 2, yep. 3, yep. 4, yep. One more. 5, yep. Return to chumbi.